Visit ccgcastle.com and get 5% discount on your purchase with TCG Center 5 code. Check video description or visit CCG Castle for more. What is going on YouTube? Welcome back to Pokemon TCG Center. This is a budget deck for today's video, and as you can see in front of you, it's gonna be Alolan Marowak featuring Alolan Ninetales, or what I like to call it, Team Alolan. So the Alolan Marowak is a new card that's just been released recently. It can use that limbo attack for free, which means that you can basically search a deck for up to 2 basic energy cards and attach them to your Pokemon in any way you like. On the other side, Alolan Club is a really interesting attack. This is the non-GX attacker who can potentially swing hard, and I really like it. I mean, technically, you know, with this card we can go for like 120 in theory if we can have 6, you know, Alolan Pokemons in play, or maybe 150 with the choice band. So yeah, really interesting deck because it can be played with that Luminous Barrier Ninetales who can prevent our opponent EX and GX Pokemons from dealing damage to Ninetales. What is also interesting about this deck is also the fact that we can't go for the one-hit knockout against popular EX or GX Pokemons in the current format, but with something like Damage Mover, we might be able, for example, to swap 3 damage counters on our opponent, Tapu Lele, and then simply hit for 150 and potentially get that one-hit knockout instead of the 2-hit knockouts. Since this is the budget build, it's probably not gonna be that super effective and, you know, powerful, but still it can be made for like 20-30 bucks, you know, and it can definitely be a interesting deck to play with it. So the main strategy, of course, is to hit for Alolan Club and for 120, or use that Ninetales and hit with Aurora Beam and Luminous Barrier, you know, to prevent our opponent from dealing damage from his EX or GX Pokemons in play. There is some disruptive cards as well in this deck, like 2 copies of Counter Catchers, you know, and 2 copies of Enhanced Hammers, as well as that Potown Stadium to counter those evolution Pokemons that our opponent will have in play, especially to use that Damage Mover. And basically that's it from the disruption. I also decide to run one of each, Field Blower, Pulpad to recover my supporter cards, Rescue Stretcher, Special Charge and Super Rod for that energy, and Pokemon Recycle, 4 Ultra Balls, and 2 Brooklet Hills as well, so we can basically set up really easy. And 3 of each drop supporters we're gonna find on this deck list are gonna be Cynthia and Professor Sycamore, and 2 of each choice bands and float stones, as well as 10 energies, 4 DCEs, and 6 regular basic water energy cards. I mean, this is really interesting deck. I mean, especially if you're new to the game and you don't have too much money to build something, you can definitely try with it. It's really interesting, you know. It actually costs less than 1 Tapu Lele GX, you know, which is a standard in basically any current standard format deck. You know, if you really want to play competitive, you should definitely think about investing some money, but if you want to play, you know, just for fun or maybe on the budget, you should definitely try something like this. So let's move on to the game test so you can actually see this deck in action. So see you in the game. Alright, so everything is almost ready for that game number 1. Let's just see who's gonna get that coin flip, and looks like how I actually won the coin flip, which means that I have opportunity to start first. Let's take a look at the first opening hand. Well, there's a Vulpix as well as the Oranguru. More than that, I only have energy available to attach and Guzma to play. I might even decide to play that Guzma, who knows, at that turn 1. It looks like how I'm gonna play against a very powerful deck in standard format, probably Necrozma. Okay, very nice top deck, which was Cubone. Thinking about attaching 1 double course energy on it and basically pass the turn. That's literally all I can do. Next turn, I think I'm just gonna go with the Beacon. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Beacon for like 2 more Vulpix so I can put him on the bench. And then I'm gonna try to start powering up my Ninetales. So and also build my Ninetales lineup. Also for the next turn I really need to get that. I mean, playing Guzma against my opponent not gonna be super effective, you know, because he can simply use that Necrozma ability and jump in with Invasion. But still, I think I'm just probably gonna be in a position to burn those cards, or maybe not, because the top deck is Professor Sycamore. Losing 2 Guzmas might sound like a crazy idea, you know. But I think how it's not crazy idea, you know. I have that energy available in Sycamore for 7. I can always get, you know, I didn't have enough for knockout, unfortunately. And at least I have that Ultra Ball, so that is something. So I really want to get that Vulpix in play. At least I have that Pot Town available, which is something. And there we go, retreat on the Vulpix, so I can use that beacon and grab myself. Yeah, I'm gonna go with one more Vulpix. Actually, with 2 more Vulpixes, so I can have, you know, at least 100 damage available. I also have the damage mover available, so sooner or later I'm gonna try to target his Melamar with my damage movers. So far so good, I can definitely say that. So there's a Flowstone. Unfortunately, I discarded my only Field Blower that I had, so I'm not gonna have another opportunity to use Field Blower and knock my opponent Floatstone from his active Necrozma. It is how it is. As well as I'm also not gonna need that Enhanced Hammer, so yeah, pretty bad. Which means I'm just gonna go with the Ultra Ball, and I'm just gonna discard that Enhanced Hammer and probably not sure if I'm gonna go with the Brooklet Hill. Probably I'm gonna go with the Brooklet Hill. Probably I'm gonna go with it. Okay, so this is the first Ultra Ball, and it might be for the Melamar, so he can use that Psychic Recharge, where he can simply accelerate his Necrozma, and then he can hit me with the Photo Gazer for like 100. It's gonna be more than enough for the one-hit knockout against my Vulpix. There's just, you know, no question about that. But at least he have 3 damage counters attached at this moment, and that's a really important thing. Maybe it's also not bad idea to use that Limbo ×2, you know. Alright, so 1 Psychic Energy, and this is probably just gonna be a knockout. Yeah, just, you know, go for 100 if you can, why not? You can take 1 prize card and prevent your opponent from building those Ninetales in play. Well, actually, I'm gonna put that Marowak in play. My opponent don't need more than just, you know, like one of these Melamars in play. I can actually use Enhanced Hammer because he attached that Beast Energy. So this is gonna be 1 Double Course Energy attachment. After that, I'm gonna go with 1 more Ultra Ball. And after that Ultra Ball, I'm gonna go with something like N, but before N, I'm gonna play Instruct. Actually, N is not worth to be used, to be honest, in this position right now. So, oh, I managed to pull that. Actually, there's a Cynthia play. Alright, let's go with the long clap. That's gonna be 80. So, hitting for 80. Not that bad. Especially because next turn I can hit for 110 if I get lucky. And there is just, you know, one thing for sure, and that's the fact that he's gonna knock out my Marowak. I can even scratch up to 100 or something like that next turn. 130 if I can find another Marowak. I guess I can because I have Rescue Stretcher available. The question is, can he knock me out? Probably he can. Probably he can. Obviously. And I actually misinterpreted that damage mover. I actually thought that you're just gonna move 3 damage counters from your opponent Pokemon to his active Pokemon or maybe an other Pokemon, but nope, that's just not the case. So yeah, I misrated that card. But still okay. Alright, so he decided to attach 2 Psychic Energies. Well, it makes sense because he can't knock me out with only one of them. And since I have Flowstone available, it's definitely time to promote my Oranguru in the active position. Even if he can knock me out right now, we're just gonna tie the price count. And there's a Photo Geyser, so it's gonna be for like 180. Alright, so time for the Oranguru to be promoted in the front. Crushing Hammer top deck. 1 more Ninetales to hits the play. Yeah, that's gonna be Cubone. I'm gonna go with that Rescue Stretcher, which means I'm gonna grab myself a Marowak. And I'm forced to use that end because I'm searching for that Water Energy and Choice Band, and I managed to pull on both of these cards. That's amazing. So I can hit with my Luminous Barrier and one-hit knock out my opponent Ultra Necrozma from play, which is amazing thing. So we're both equal with the price cards right now, so we both have like 4 price cards left. Oh nice, Super Rod and Enhanced Hammer. So another Enhanced Hammer is not gonna be for usage, so I can simply discard it with that Super Rod, and I can grab 1 more Alolan Marowak in play, so I can hit for more damage. Actually, Sky Scorched Light GX is an interesting GX attack. You can use this attack only if there is a total of both players' remaining price cards 6 or less, and then you can put 6 damage counters to all of your opponent Pokemons in play. But what happens just right now? It's that my opponent just decides to scoop up the game. So he just realized that he can't do too much in this game anymore. He just decides to scoop the game. So that's the GG. Alright, so there we go. Game number 2. That game number 1 versus Necrozma was brilliant. My opponent just, decided to scoop the game. Yeah, I mean, theoretically, what you can do against Ninetales without Hex Maniac or Garbodor, pretty much nothing. So all you can do is simply scoop because you can't draw so many prize cards anyways. It's really hard to draw so many prize cards, in my opinion, against one-hit attacker deck. You need to draw 6 prize cards compared to your opponent. You actually need to knock out 6 non-GX or EX Pokemons compared to your opponent only 3. So even if your opponent needs to 2-hit knockout all of your Pokemons, you're still in a huge disadvantage, even if you can't one-hit knockout those Pokemons. Oh, so Mr. Garbodor on the other side with the Trash Avalanche, and also that annoying Espeon GX. This matchup, I already see it's gonna be much harder for me. There's just no question about that. So let's go with the Cynthia play and let's see what we can get in play. Pretty much nothing. Well, that's nice. That's nice. I'm gonna pass. Hopefully I can at least get that double course energy so I can strike his Espeon for like 100. Yeah, that's not bad. I mean, at least I pulled that Cynthia, so I'm not gonna cry. There's a timer ball and there are 2 heads on the coin flip, meaning that he's probably gonna get that Garbodor with the Garbotoxin and another Espeon in play. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. So Psybeam, I'm confused, and it's my turn. The top deck is a Vulpix, which is not bad at all. Well, that's gonna be only one retreat, for sure, and I'm gonna go with the Cynthia. Alright, so we have Cubone, we have Brooklet Hill, and that Brooklet Hill is gonna be for another Alolan Vulpix. I'm gonna use that Ultra Ball as well, so I can grab one more Vulpix and put it in play. Then I'm gonna use that Oranguru because I simply need to get that energy drop this turn, an energy attachment, and that's gonna happen. And I'm gonna use Beacon, so Beacon is gonna be for Marowak and one of my Ninetales. There we go. Not too many item cards in my discard pile, only one, and that's Ultra Ball. I also have one Floatstone attached onto my Oranguru, so that Trash Lance can potentially grow up to 60. Nothing too strong in my opinion, and there's another Psybeam. There we go. Alright, so there's a Ninetales, I have that Marowak available, and nothing else but Sycamore for 7. Another Cubone. There's a double course energy attachment. A Ninetales as well. And for now, I can only pass the turn. Literally nothing else I can do. So, Luminous Barrier says that you can prevent all effects of attacks, which means that my opponent can't even use that Psybeam. He really wants to use that DYGX so he can, you know, try to knock my Vulpix from play, try to put some pressure to maybe Oranguru, you know, even that is not bad at all. He decides to end, and I'm actually happy to see that end because the rest of the cards in my hand were just, you know, useless. Okay, so there's another Trash Lance Garbodor and the Psybeam for nothing, so nothing he can do literally. I'm gonna put another Marowak in play, and I'm gonna hit with that Aurora Beam, which is gonna be 80. Didn't even need to play support a card for this turn. I'm gonna see if there's gonna be maybe another N on my opponent's side of the field. So I'm definitely controlling this game, and I can expect to see maybe one DYGX right now. Who knows? Maybe DYGX so he can have much easier chance to apply some pressure. I mean, yeah, theoretically what I completely forget is that Garbotoxin ability, so with the Garbotoxin activated, he can go through my Luminous Barrier, so that's something that I completely forget about. But anyways, I can respond hitting him for like 100. I'm just gonna need that Ninetales back. Alright, so I have Super Odd. How many DCEs? I have 2 of them. Ooh, it's not gonna be that easy to pull all that I need. Alright, so Cynthia for fresh hand of 6. Okay, at least we're gonna have that return knockout, which is something. Ooh, or maybe not, because I can't retreat. Oh, damn it. Okay, without retreat, at least I can use Limbo. That is something, right? Okay, that Garbodor making so much problems right now, but okay, as long as he don't have Guzma available, I'm more than happy. Well, there's a Fill Blower, I'm gonna lose that Choice Band and Flowstone as well. Still I have one Choice Band available. Well, so far this game definitely looks not good in my favor. Plus there's also enough item cards in my discard pile right now for my opponent to start applying a lot of pressure with his regular Trash Lance Garbodor. I can expect that card sooner or later. The good thing is that I have that Fill Blower also available. Oh, Bursting Balloon. Okay, so will he maybe decide to go with that Divine GX? No, he decides to roll with the Psychic. So he hits me only for like 60, and I don't know why I'm not confused. So 20, let's count those Pokemons in play. 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 80. Okay, in order not to knock out my Marowak, if I decide to attack him, and obviously I'm gonna do that if I get double Core's energy. Okay, there it is. And there's also Counter Catcher available. Which puts me in an interesting position. I can hit for like 110, because I can go for 80 with that Alolan Club, or I can maybe go for like 110 to his another Espeon. I think I'm just gonna go for another Espeon. Better doing that, you know. And I'm also gonna put another Cubone on the bench. So one Alolan Club for 110. Okay. With two Guzmas in my hand, I can try to combinate maybe that return knockout if it happens. So he decided to retreat, and probably he's gonna go with his... Oh, he goes with the Psychic, not with the Psy Beam turn before. That's the reason why I was not confused. Okay, that explains a lot of things. Probably right now he's also gonna go with that Psychic, which means that this time he will be able to one-hit knock out my Alolan Marowak, even without damage counters on it. And that was 120. The only Pokemon that can right now return knockout, it's gonna be my Oranguru, and I highly doubt about that return knockout, to be honest. Highly doubt about that return knockout, to be honest. Or I can always grab that Guzma play. But you know what, since I already used my Pal Pad, I'm gonna hit the gamble. Ooh, not good, not good. Okay, at least I have Special Charge available. And what else I have available is the Counter Catcher. I can probably decide to use it to catch his Octillery and force him maybe to, you know, play Guzma maybe. I can still try to get... No, I can't get Double Core's energy. Even if I decide to use the Field Blower, I'm gonna wait for the Field Blower anyways. Very intense battle, that is for sure. Very, very intense battle. Oh, there's a Guzma, so I can say goodbye to my Ninetales. Wish there was at least one Double Core's energy available on that Ninetales, so I can discard it with that Enhanced Hammer, but it was not. Who knows what would happen if I just decided to... I lost both choice bands, right? Yeah. As it is, I'm gonna promote that Ninetales in the active position. Wow, that's interesting. That's really interesting. I think how I'm actually gonna do this. So literally nothing I can do. No sign of the Super Rod. I'm still waiting to see those Double Core's energy plays from my opponent so I can at least try to scrap them, but it's not good. If I can buy at least this turn, preventing my opponent from being able to retreat, I might be able to eliminate that Octillery from play. If that can happen, I can always try to end him down to only maybe 2 cards in the late game. Where we, oh no, or maybe not, because all 3 ends are already in my discard pile, and I also used that pulp pad as well, so there's the Ultra Ball for another Espeon. And remember, he still didn't use that GX attack as well. And there's a Sycamore for 7, meaning that he really wants to get that Float Stone in play. Again, if he missed Float Stone, no, he's not gonna miss Float Stone, there it is. Okay, so not even double Course Energy sign of it. Not even a sign of it, of the double Course Energy. I can't remember. Okay, so is it possible that he just plays a regular Psychic Energy cards? It just makes no sense to me, you know. I'm hoping to top deck something like a Cynthia play, but probably not gonna happen because I only have 1 more remaining. A Field Blower is gonna happen, that's for sure. I'm gonna knock both Float Stones. And he decided to DY GX, so he might just decide to go for that knockout against Oranguru. And he might just decide to keep my Cubone in the active position. Who knows? Everything is possible. How many Ultra Balls did I play? Only 1. It means that I have 3 more left. Okay, that's it. That's it for now. He have 2 prize cards remaining. This is a really nice top deck. I can't say nothing against it. Alright, I'm playing Sycamore for 7. And I need that Super Double Course Energy Ultra Ball combo. Oh, I pulled all of these cards. Finally something good for me. We're gonna go with Oranguru and what if I... Okay, so I need basically... Nah, I can't even knock him out with 100 damage. How bad is that? Really hard bad. You know, I'm playing 4-3 line of the Ninetales. Did I play that Rescue Stretcher? No, still. Okay. I guess I'm gonna go with this play, right? 1 Brooklet Hill for that Vulpix. Well, with the Psychic, still he hits me for 120, so no matter where the damage is, I'm gonna be knocked out anyway. So what I can do, I can move my 3 damage counters from my bench Alolan Marowak to my active one, because it's gonna be knocked out anyway, you know. So I'm definitely gonna go with doing something like this, and I'm gonna hit with the long club for 80. So hitting for 80 puts my opponent down to 160. I discarded also 2 Enhanced Hammers, so this game definitely looks bad to me. It's probably gonna be lost anyway, but at least without another Float Stone in play, who knows, I might be able to do something with that Luminous Barrier next turn, which I still really doubt about it, you know. It's probably lost. I mean, at least I'm gonna have 1 prize pool, so that's something. So there's another Ultra Ball, discarding some of the resources from his hand. I still can't remember, I still simply cannot even believe that he don't play a single double course energy. At least I didn't see a single double course energy this game for my opponent, and that's 120, so he's moving down to only 1 prize card. And if he have Guzma available in his hand, then he can simply snipe my bench and take that easy knockout. Well, I can at least, you know, try to get another Ninetales in play. So I can try to prevent him at least without double course energy, taking the easy knockout against that Vulpix on the bench. So 2 prize cards for me. There's a Rescue Stretcher and Ultra Ball. There we go. Okay, so he definitely needs double course energy in any kind of tool, so he can shut down my Luminous Barrier ability. Where on the other side, I'm gonna need like 3 more turns to do enough damage. So there's another manually attached Psychic Energy from his hand and the Bursting Balloon as well. So he definitely wants to go with damage applying and Ultra Ball as well. Okay, so let's see what he can get with that artillery play. So he have chance to pull 5 more cards with that Abyssal hand. Only one Guzma in discard pile. And there's a Flowstone, so he managed to get Flowstone in play, and that's gonna be 30, so I'm also confused, unfortunately. I pulled that Oranguru, but it's not good anymore. What I can try, I can put a Pokemon from my discard pile into my hand, or I can shuffle 3 Pokemons back. Really doesn't matter too much anymore. This is just gonna be a Brooklet Hill for another Vulpix. I'm also gonna play that Cynthia, so I can potentially find energy, meaning that I can hit my opponent a little bit harder with my Marowak. And it really doesn't matter which energy is gonna be discarded anyways. So that's gonna be Alolan Club, and that's gonna be for 80, meaning that he can knock me out with just a regular Psychic if he have enough resources. I mean, he only needs 1 energy card, right? And that's gonna be knockout. Worst possible scenario, I'm gonna deck out anyways, and I don't even have enough resources to, you know, return knockout anyways. So there's the Eva Soda. Unfortunately, no sign of another evolution Pokemon for my opponent in play, and I can already see Skyla. Oh, interesting. Maybe for Energy Surge. No, for another Bursting Balloon. Okay, interesting. A Bursting Balloon play and Psy Beam for like a 30, and I'm confused. So I can pull 2 more prize cards at least. Overall, not bad. I mean, I'm actually happy with the performance of the deck. It worked decent, you know, so that's gonna be definitely another knockout, because right now I can hit for 100 with Alolan Club and knocks out his Ninetales, so I can pull 2 more prize cards, and there's another Marowak and Floatstone as well. And all he really needs to do is just simply pass the turn, but he top decks energy, and that's the double course energy. And that's the first double course energy that I actually saw in this gameplay today. But overall, that's the feat, and that's bring us to the final conclusion for this deck, that actually it's an interesting and funny deck to play in a standard format. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Make sure to hit the thumbs up and sub to the channel for more videos. Let me know in the comments below also what you think about it. So have a nice day until the next time, and we'll see you definitely in the next video. So have a nice day and goodbye.